Didn't see you there. Pretentious film critic here, watching Beyond Belief tonight.
Tonight's stories on Beyond Belief all contain a touch of evil.
Beyond Belief.
It is beyond human understanding.
We live in a world where the real and the unreal live side by side, where substance is disguised as illusion, and the only explanations are unexplainable.
Truth can be an elusive thing. In this illustration, there are actually two illustrations, but we see only one. Our eyes will not permit us to see both boxes at once, yet the truth is they both exist.
Ah yes, the human eye is failing us once again.
This grand old merry-go-round was owned and operated by my late father, Oscar Bell.
My mom always told me life is like a box of chocolates.
And then one day, the ride went completely out of control. A lot of people were injured, and one man actually died.
Whoa! Is this gonna turn into true crimes?
A marathon, like, I'll ride it for 100 hours or something, set a new world record.
Now you might be wondering how a man's supposed to survive for 100 hours on a merry-go-round. It isn't easy. You know, gotta have a pillow, a blanket, coffee on the side. You know, you could die on that ride.
Somebody help me! Please stop the ride! Stop the ride!
It's going above 5 miles per hour. I'm scared.
He's always just fooling around.
Oh God, he just died.
Are you all right?
He's dead, Miss Penny.
I warned him about the merry-go-round. Told him it couldn't be done.
Is it possible to see something that isn't there? Before you answer, consider this simple-looking wand. Can you believe it's actually capable of displaying the time in midair? Watch. See the numbers?
But you said, can you see something that's not there, but that's there, and we can see it?
See the numbers?
We loved this house the first time we laid eyes on it. You could almost taste the great meals that were going to come out of a kitchen like this one.
Looks like you guys order your meals online.
There were also separate maids' quarters for our trusted nanny, Maggie.
I remember my maid.
One night when Billy woke up hungry and decided to raid the kitchen
No way.
for cookies. I checked everywhere, buddy. There was nothing there.
You're a goddamn liar.
Several days went by without any other incidents, but Billy was still shaken by the red-eyed monster. I called the realtor first thing the next morning. I finally got her to admit that there was something unusual associated with the house.
This one should be called Rich People Problems.
The original owner hanged himself in the garage. There was no note. No one ever figured out why it happened.
I have several reasons why I want it in my existence.
The first thing I want to say is, this house is not haunted.
It's so hard being rich.
Billy just hasn't been the same since he saw those eyes the other.
Maybe we should have him see a child psychologist.
What?
Oh, you have a wonderful imagination. That's the greatest gift a child can have.
I'll drink to that.
Live in the house at the time of the other problem.
What?
You might think to pay full price for this car and then realize you should be getting half off.
It still feels like regular price to me.
I'll have a mechanic check it out. You can have this baby by the end of the day.
I can't wait that long. Look, we've got to be loaded up and on the road the next couple of hours. We're playing tonight.
Why are you immediately buying a van
Sonny knew that the
right when you need it instead of getting it
All he wanted was to say.
before?
The Highway Patrol reported that the brakes of their van failed on a steep incline on their way to Las Vegas.
He did say he'll let the mechanic check it. Whose fault is this really? Doesn't even consider jumping out of the way,
Sonny
just
Rhodes
takes
never
in the
ripped off
whole
another
fucking
customer.
van.
He died.
was looking at $8,000. Enough money to finally bring my family to America.
A little confused why he keeps his money at where he works.
I hate to speak ill of a dead man, but Mr. Ritter, the old owner, may his soul rest in peace. He was terrible. Terrible.
Terrible. I don't want to say anything bad about him, but he's goddamn awful.
He hated everybody, even the little children. He had only evil in his chest, cut teeth.
He would kick puppies and kittens and steal from babies. He was just absolute evil incarnated.
Give me the money. I want the box. The metal box.
I didn't know how he knew about the metal box that I pull out once in a while to count the cash in it.
Everything was gone.
Not sure why you put your life savings underneath the counter, though.
It's hard to remember that there was a time not that long ago when defacing property was simply not tolerated, no matter what the message was. The year is 1941.
1941? Oh, yeah, that's really far away.
Remember Pearl Harbor.
Someone has deliberately defaced school property. And I have a pretty good idea who it was.
So I have to beat them severely.
You really think you're a tough guy, don't you? Don't you?
Tougher than you.
Ooh, those are fighting words.
Why is it that every time something goes wrong at this stupid school, you blame me?
Because you're the easiest person to pin this on.
I think you had something to do with the fire in the gym.
Prove it.
What year is this? 1940? I'm pretty sure the principal can just beat his ass.
I worked on that boy for over an hour. As hard as I tried, I just couldn't get him to crack.
Have you tried
You know what these are?
beating him? It's the usual method in that kind.
I would hate to see you get into trouble for hitting this punk.
Wait, what? You can't hit him? Are we sure we're in the right year?
As usual, I had no proof that he did anything.
Then why did you spend several hours trying to discipline him?
In my heart, I knew the kid was hopelessly bad. I hated to do it, but I had to let him go.
Oh, okay. Still confused why you didn't beat him.
Our story took place before Pearl Harbor. How could Johnny Evans have known about enemy action that took our entire military base? Now let's take another look at the story of the merry-go-round with the deadly curse. Although this story has been widely circulated as fact, it's an urban legend that never happened.
Okay. Now I'm the...
What about the story of the glowing red eyes that stalked the family? Is this one true or false? The story of the red-eyed evil is inspired by an actual event.
Okay.
And how did you judge the story of
I kind of just bullshit that one, but you know...
And how did you judge the story of the used car salesman who became a victim of his own greed? If you guessed this story was true, you're wrong. We made this one up. What was your opinion of the convenience store that was visited by the ghost of the former owner?
True.
What happened to the
I got 50-50 chance.
This strange story was inspired by an actual event.
What do you mean?
And now let's review the story of the strange graffiti that showed up before the attack on Pearl Harbor took place.
Fiction.
Did this story of the graffiti that foretold a disaster ever happen? Yes. A similar incident did take place.
What?
Our theme tonight has been evil. The truth is...
Well, that was beyond belief. And remember to hit that like button if you want me to create more content like this.